All right, welcome back. We are working on module 63, which is part 2 of our solving log series. So we're just going to build off what we know already. So we have the log of 7, log base 7 of v plus 4 equals 5. We always, as always, want to isolate the log by itself. So I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. It's going to give me log 7 of v equals 1. Right? I have my log by itself, so I can go ahead and do my loop-de-loop. 7 to the power of 1 equals v. See? 7 to the power of 1 equals v. 7 to the power of 1 is just 7, so v equals 7. Right? Looking at this one, we're going to see for the first time when we have logs on both sides, if the log is to the same power, right, and I'm sorry, to the same base, and we know that it is because it's not shown here. We know it's a base of 10, right? That means we can actually go ahead and just cancel out those logs, right? So what we really see there is if we take the log of 15 and the log of 3x, and they need to be the same because we see that equal sign there. So that must mean that 15 is equal to 3x. Right, from there, pretty stinking simple. We're just going to divide by 3. We get 5 equals x. Okay, that's going to be our answer there. All right, so if we have the same base, we can go ahead and just cross those out, and we see that what's left over is what we pull down here. Right, they must be equal to each other. Let's try one more that's kind of like that. Not quite this one. Let's see, this one here. All right, so we have here, we have log 5y equals log 15. Oops, log 15. All right, notice they have the same base, that imaginary 10. Even if they were log 6 and log 6, we could cross them out as long as they weren't log 6 and log 3. If they were log 6 and log 3, we'd have to do something different. But we see that the logs are the same, so we're going to cancel out that log and this one, and that is going to leave me with 5y equals 15. We want to get y by itself. Oops, divide by 5. Right, we get y equals 3. Right, so we have y equals 3. Our last problem changes the directions just a little bit. It's the same thing, solve and simplify, but then if there's multiple answers, we're going to separate them with commas. So what we see here is log base 4 of x squared equals log base 4 of 9. We see those logs are the same, right? They have the same base, so we're going to go ahead and just let them drop out. What's going to drop down is our x squared equals 9. In order to get x by itself, I need to do the opposite, which is the square root of it. Right? We know that we have x could be equal to either the positive or negative version of 3. Remember, because negative 3 squared would equal 9, as well as 3 squared would equal 9. Right, so 2 possible answers here. I'm going to separate them with commas. So I'm going to write 3 comma negative 3 and before I press enter. You guys are going to be great. Let me know if you have any questions.